Woody was telling me you're part of the 100 Club. So you've been a long servant for Swindon Town Women.
I think it's over 100 now, but I've been a long servant here, but it's just an amazing club and I love being part of it and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like it's going places at the moment and seems to be having closer ties with the men's team as well. So that could only be a good thing.
Definitely. Since I've been here nearly 10 years, the last season or two it's really progressed with the men's team and it's been amazing to see really, so I'm really glad to be part of it, especially being captain now. I can help drive a few of those initiatives forward, which is great.
So I first started out playing at a team in Gloucester called Frampton Rangers for a couple of years. I then went to Royal Wootton Bassett for 2 or 3 seasons and then I came over to Swindon. I saw the progression with the men's team and how much they wanted to go forward with that, and that's what enticed me over to here. So yeah, it's been really good. So this is only my 2nd season with them, but it's been really good and it's great to have that connection with the men's team as well.
The circumstances in which you've become interim team captain is something that obviously doesn't come about in the men's game. Do you want to talk to us about that, how that came about? And you've also been in a similar situation to the previous captain, Rianne. What are the challenges for women in the women's game coming back from a pregnancy?
Oh Christ, I thought you were going to ask me how it happened. I was thinking I don't need to
Well, I've got 4 kids of my own and I still don't know how it happened, but there we go.
No, honestly, Rianne is on the football pitch, she's my captain, but outside of the football pitch, she's one of my best friends. And obviously I'm delighted for her. As a woman playing football, the biggest barrier is having a baby. When is the right time to have a baby? Because even though we're not professional footballers are like you guys, you want to play football or be a part of something for as long as you can. And when you're a woman and you've met the perfect person and you want a baby, one, it's how do you even tell your team I'm pregnant? Because you don't want to tell anyone too soon. So for me, when I got pregnant with my little girl, COVID happened. So I played for about 3 months and I didn't tell anyone. And then when I was gonna tell the physio and just say, look, can you just say I'm injured or something, COVID happened. So it sort of stopped me. But I know with Ree, I know she's really wanted another addition to her family, but it's never been the right time. And with football, there's just never a right time. You just sort of have to go with it. So, but I am really happy for her. Obviously, circumstances like this don't come along in male football. So it's trying to treat it with caution because obviously Rianne is the captain of our team and she's an amazing person and player. So there should still be progression for her to come back because it's not fair for her to not have a position when she does come back. But coming back after pregnancy is really difficult. I didn't realise, obviously you lads wouldn't probably understand, but your body changes. I found it really difficult. I saw pictures of me from this time last year. We played Wootton Bassett. Oh my God, I look horrendous. But my body shape's just changed and I need to get used to that. Same with Ree when she comes back from her second baby. But this time last year, actually, I came back after having Alba, 8 months postpartum. Now I'm captain. So it just shows if you put in the hard work, it should sort of come off.
Yeah, I can't imagine, what you're having to go through sort of mentally and physically to get back into it. And then, of course, like you're saying about the dilemma of when you should have, start a family and everything. It really is something that I think gets overlooked, I think, in women's sport in general. Bowds, tell us about the game, what your thoughts on it, how you think you'll do, and the experience of being able to play at Foundation Park.
Obviously, Foundation Park is amazing. It's lovely to have the county ground right behind us. It's quite local, so a lot of people can come to games, which Fairford, our normal home pitch, is a lovely pitch. Everyone's amazing there. You can't beat Spike's Diner, but it's lovely to be in town. People can come up and watch, and I think having those people watch is sort of like having another man on the pitch or woman on the pitch. I'm hoping that people come in cheering us on will drive us to get the result. But
Yeah, it's incredible. We train up there during the winter season, so we know what the ground's like. It's a great facility up there, and I think the main thing is that it's in Swindon, and that's going to help us to promote our team. If we get the fans in, that will help us to progress as a team. It's just having that support there. Although Fairford is a great ground, like Alice has said, with Spike Steiner and all that, we don't get as much support as we should do for our level of football. So just having that support at Foundation Park, that will help to drive us. And I think we'll be a different team with that support behind us. Yeah, I hope there isn't a big progression in the next couple of years. I think the key is if we show that we can get the support, then the men's team will then start to back us up, hoping that we can get a couple of more home games at the county ground. And I think going forward with this deal with the Foundation Park of having a couple of games with them, that will help to show that we can get support in and we can do as well as the men's team, and that will drive us going forward.
I do think if we can show, like Bev said, if we can show them that we can get people in, I don't think there should be an issue. I know Marcus is protective of his pitch. We all know that. And rightfully so. It's a beautiful pitch. But I think even if we had like a game, we've done it before, we've had a game before the Swindon Town men's team, something like that to draw people in, to show them what women's football is about, because a lot of these players that play for Swindon Town, they have, like the men's team, they have children, they have like daughters. It'd be great for them to be able to bring them along before the game, or just to show them like this could be you one day, like your dad plays here, you like look what you could do. Like Ali, her she always takes her little boy to watch the men's, obviously because she's the physio. And then he like comes to watch us. So it's just a little bit of diversity for different children and different age groups. And I think people be pleasantly surprised what women's football is. I think sometimes people have a preconceived idea of what it's going to be, but I don't think they realise how good it actually is.
Well, I mean, before I do that, Fifey, can I just say to anyone who's listening or watching this, go out and watch them. Go out and watch them. I mean, I know they play their home games at Fairford, but it is a really, really good standard. It is. I was surprised. I was surprised at the standard. Both teams tried to play, really good football. It was really good attacking football, and we really enjoyed the game. It was like £6 for me and my wife and my 4-year-old, which is an absolute bargain. So, but yeah,
it's fair to say that when you've been to the game at the weekend and you were messaging us in our WhatsApp group, you were very complimentary about the whole experience.
Yeah, it was a great experience, especially being at Foundation Park, and even if they don't get to play at Foundation Park or the county ground much this season, I'm going to try my best to go out to Fairford and watch them when they're playing at home. But yeah, like I said, first half it was more Larkhall. Swindon started off a bit sloppy the first 10 minutes. They weren't very good sort of passing the ball. And they had some really good quick forwards, Larkhall did, and that's how they ended up scoring their goal after Swindon had given the ball away. But like I said, second half they were so much better. They dominated it. The Swindon women absolutely dominated it second half. There was another player who played for them. I think it was number 8. I think it's Meg Attenborough. She was absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. She controlled everything through the middle of the park. She looked technically gifted. She had great vision, great movement off the ball, and she helped. It was her that laid on the pass for Colston to Annie Colston to score the winner, and it was Gypsy Vivash who helped set up Annie Colston for the equaliser. And they looked so good in the second half. And one of the other things that I noticed from the game was how much they all enjoyed it. They were loving it. It reminded me of watching the Lionesses, the passion and everything else, the enjoyment, and obviously the day of being at Foundation Park. And they deserved the win in the end. They did.
As we've said, I'm planning at least one trip over this season. I'd like to go and watch them and show my support. And to hear how much you got just out of going the once is a real eye-opener for me. So Joe, I'm guessing you obviously you were with Craig. Did you enjoy the experience just as much as he did?
Yeah. I'm going to sound very ignorant here, but I was astounded at how good the quality was, to be honest. And you can call me all the names you want. I had no idea that standard was going to be anywhere near that. Agree with Craig there. They had three or four of their players are going to be levels above that level, I think, and they're going to do well to keep hold of them. Meg Attenborough, Gypsy Vivash, 2 or 3 others, unbelievable on the day. The whole thing, just friendly, families. I had family of 4, £6 to get in. Can't go wrong. Everyone has goals, don't they, in their life that they remember forever. So one of mine is like Rory Fallon against Bristol City, the Everett kit.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah.
Annie Colston's goal on Sunday, I'll remember that forever. That's how good it was.
Oh my God, it was like she danced past 4 players. It was Maradona-esque, it was, and it was a quality goal for the winner. And I really hope that Swindon Town let them play at the county ground, because it would mean so much to those girls. We got that with Beth and Bowles when they were on the pod the other week.
Let's move on, Woody, because it's another big weekend in prospect for the ladies team, isn't it? For the women's team, they're back at Foundation Park.
Yes, back at Foundation Park. Bournemouth, definitely be an interesting game. Very good side. I think it'd be a different type of game to what people would have seen previously. And from what I heard, the football was relatively decent against Larkhall. And I think if I was to speak about the first team a little bit, we do tend to be a kind of team that if we're playing against the football inside, we'll play football. Bournemouth do play good football. There's no lie in that. I played them when we were at Abingdon and stuff like that. They are a good football inside. They will be kind of, top half of this table, top half of the table. So it should be a really good game. But like I say, this is a great opportunity to just get people behind the team, because we've had, as we've alluded to before, when they were at Fairford, we might only get 50 to 70 people watching. Now there's an opportunity again to get more than 200. Hopefully, we can get a few people through the gate this weekend to really egg them on as well. And there will be hopefully some news with regards to further fixtures, including potentially one at the county ground as well. So, and this all helps. The more people we're getting through the gate at Foundation Park, the more the club are going to go, actually, do you know what? It might be worth us putting one on the county ground, and that's what it all works towards. And then from the youth section, obviously the under-18s start their campaign this weekend as well. Finally, and they welcome Barton United, who are there. People that don't know that area very well, very Oxford United orientated area. So it should be quite a contest when Barton comes to town for the under-18s. So, yeah, and that's at Chestnut Springs in West Swindon, Lydia Millicent. If anybody fancies walking their dog and watching some youth football on Saturday morning.
Obviously, my niece is now back playing for Swindon again, so I would like to go along and watch as much as I possibly can do. My daughter's just started playing football as well, so I'm quite excited about the women's football. Thanks to you guys as well. There's so much positivity around the Swindon women's football at the moment, which is really, really good to see. So.